Hi guys, today we are going to do one of the review projects for Excel Chapter 2. So I'm going to click on the Excel Chapter 2 tab, and then I am going to do the review project called 2.4, which is right here. I can see that there's just a start file, so I'm going to open it, and then I'm going to save it to wherever I save files to, and I save my files to my SS folder. So I'm going to do a File, Save As. And I am going to then browse, and I'm going to save it into my SS folder. Now, before we start the project, let's just take a look at what we have here, okay? We have a worksheet that is called Summary. It looks like we sell different kinds of berry drinks. We've got cranberry and all berry. So we've got a summary tab. We've got some expenses from running a business, and those are here. It looks like we sell in New Jersey. If I click on the New Jersey tab, I can see that I got totals in here for New Jersey. And then I sell in Wisconsin also. And I've got totals in here from Wisconsin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to combine these two tabs into a summary tab that kind of has all data together. So step 3 on this project, it says on the summary sheet, sum the following values from the New Jersey and Wisconsin sheets. So bottles sold. Okay, so I'm going to go into my quarter 1. Okay, and in my quarter 1, I can do this a couple of different ways. I can do this using an auto sum, which I'm going to show you in just a second, but I'm going to do this using my standard formula. So what I want to do here is I want to add up the New Jersey tab and the Wisconsin tab. So I can see in the quarter 1 cranberry, I've got 214,000 for New Jersey, and I've got 169 for Wisconsin. So I'm going to go into my summary tab, and I'm going to go to my formulas tab. I'm going to choose insert function, and I'm going to go to my all, and I am going to type in here sum, because I know I want to use that add up function. So here I've got sum, and now it tells me, what do I want to add up? Well, I'm going to click on the New Jersey tab, and I am going to click on cell B5. So in my number 1, I see I got this New Jersey, and it's in single quotes, and then an exclamation point B5, and then I'm going to put a plus sign, and then I'm going to click on the Wisconsin tab, and I'm going to click on B5. So my formula is going to add up the B5s in both tabs. Now I'm going to click OK, and I can see my summary for quarter 1 is 384,152. Now if I look in my formula bar, I've got an equal sign. That's how all formulas have to start. And then I've got the word sum, and then in parentheses, I've got the name of the tab, New Jersey in single quotes, exclamation point B5, plus Wisconsin, exclamation point B5, and then I close my parentheses. Well, let's just do this another way. Let's try to use auto sum. So I'm going to go to my file tab. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to go to my home tab, and I'm going to choose auto sum. Now again, I've got my sum here. So it starts off with equals sum, but it wants to now know what to sum. So instead of highlighting B5 here, I'm going to click on New Jersey and click on B5. Now you can see in your formula bar, it's already starting. Now behind the B5 after New Jersey, I'm going to put a plus sign. And then I'm going to go to my Wisconsin tab and click on B5. So it's the same formula, I've just gone about it a different way. I press enter, and I can see now that, well, and this is wrong because the all berries are in row 6. So I'm going to go up to my formula and change the cell from B5 to B6. Okay, and I can see 87,608. So since I've already done this once, I can go ahead and I can just highlight this over because it's just going to move it over one column for each tab. So I'm going to go to my fill handle and I am going to move this over and it fills them in. I'm going to do the same thing for all berry quencher and I'm going to fill this in. Now I can see in my total bottles here, I've got hashtags. This means that my numbers can't fit. So in order to see them fit, I am going to auto fit B through E. So I've highlighted columns B through E, and I'm going to go right in between B and C column and get that two-sided arrow and double click. Now I can see that they fit. So I'm going to do the same thing for cranberry drink. This is for my revenues, and I can see my revenues are right here in B10 for each of these. So I'm going to go to my auto sum. Actually, I'm going to go back to my formulas tab. And here I've got my insert function. Since I used sum last, it's listed here. So I'm going to double click on it. Under what do I want to sum? Just get rid of anything. Click on the New Jersey tab. The revenues for cranberry, which is B10, plus the revenues for Wisconsin, which is B10, and then press enter. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the all berry. I'm going to go to my insert function, sum. For New Jersey, or I'm going to get rid of anything that's in this top line. B11 plus, now I go to Wisconsin, B11. Here I've got my totals. Now I'm going to copy these over. So again, I'm going to highlight the formula for cranberry drink, and I'm going to use my fill handle to move it over to all four quarters. And then I'm going to use my fill handle to highlight over to the all berry. Now, next, I've got my cost of sales. So again, I'm going to do a sum. So I'm going to insert my function, sum, get rid of anything that's in this box, and go to the New Jersey tab. Here's my cost of sales for New Jersey is B14 plus the cost of sales for Wisconsin, and that is B14. Now, once I have that, I'm going to use the fill handle, and the computer will just know to move everything over a column. So it tells me that I want to sum everything up for total bottles, revenues, and expenses. So I'm going to do my expenses for advertising. Here I've got it in B18. So I'm going to use my sum. And then I'm going to go to my New Jersey tab. B18 plus my Wisconsin tab, B18. Now, since all of these are in a row in all of these spreadsheets, they're all next to each other, I'm just going to extend my fill handle all the way through all of these expenses. So I'm going to highlight over, and then I'm going to drag my fill handle down to total up all of my expenses. Now again, I can see column B, I've got hashtags here. So I'm going to double click to make that fit. Now it tells me that I'm going to add up the totals. So I'm going to go into the total column for cranberry drinks. And I know that's quarter 1 plus quarter 2 plus quarter 3 plus quarter 4. Now I could do a sum function, but I'm going to go back to my home tab and I'm going to use auto sum. So I'm in the box that I want the total to be in. I click auto sum. And what I want to do is I want to highlight around the boxes that I want to add up. Now mine was already highlighted. So what my formula says is equal sum, parentheses, B5 colon E5. That means from B5 to E5. I press enter. And I am going to then go back to this formula and use the fill handle to fill it down. I'm going to do the same thing over here for revenues. Auto sum, make sure it's adding up all of your quarters, press enter. and then drag the fill handle down for the all berry. Cost of sales, auto sum. Make sure it's highlighted on this. If not, move it. Press enter. And now add up all of your expenses. Auto sum. And then I am going to use the fill handle because it's in a row. It's all next to each other all the way down. So it's totaled everything for me. So this is showing me, if I was running a business, how much I made from selling bottles, or bottles sold, how much I made from them, my expenses, and what's left over. So I can see on the bottom of the sheet, my earnings Q1 are $22,574, and then I made more money as the year went on. I ended with $40,000. So my total earnings after I paid all of my bills were $91,000. So step 4, it says in cells H17 through K17. So I'm going to go to H17 through K17. I am going to enter in H17 interest rate. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong cell. Interest rate. And then in I17, I am going to enter number, the hashtag sign of payments, PMTS. And then in J17, loan amount. And then in K17, monthly payment. Now, if any of these don't fit in the cells, let's auto fit them so they do fit, so we have no words kind of dangling off. What we are going to do is we are going to format these cells the same as what we formatted A17 as here. So I'm going to go to A17, and I'm going to go up to my format painter and double click it so it turns on. And I'm going to click and drag through these. Then I'm going to turn my format painter off, and I'm going to auto fit again to make sure all of these fit in the columns. Now it says in cell H18, which is under interest rate, I am going to type in 0.08, and then I'm going to press my tab key. Now it's going to look a little funny because mine is formatting it as dollars. So I'm going to click back on it, and in my home tab, I'm going to pull down this box that says accounting and change it to percentage. So it should end up saying 8%. I'm going to move over to I18. The number of payments is 36. I press tab, go back to the 36, and change the format from accounting to general. And the loan amount is going to be $200,000. And press tab. Now I'm going to go back to my $200,000 and make sure this is formatted as accounting, which it is. Well, I'm going to go over to my K18, and I am going to use my payment function. So I'm going to go to my formulas tab. I know payment is financial, so I can look in here for under the P's. Sure enough, payment is PMT here. And here are all of the boxes that I have to fill in. So this is asking me, what is the interest rate? Now this 8% is the interest rate, but it's per year. We want to know what the monthly payment is. So I'm going to click on the yearly interest rate, but I'm going to divide it by 12 because that's going to give me my monthly payment. The next box is N per. N per is the total of number of payments for the loan. I can see that's right here in I18. PV. PV is the present value, the total amount of the loan. So the total amount of the loan is right here in J18. Now, if I were to press enter here, if you remember, if we put this in, this ends up being a negative number. So we always have to put the amount of the loan in as a negative number. So I'm going to go in front of the J18 and put negative. Now I can see my payment is going to be $6,267.27. I am going to click on OK. Now it rounds the payment to dollars and cents. I want to make sure that this is accounting format. So I'm going to go change it to accounting format. Then it tells me to widen all of the columns, which I already did, save it and upload. So what you did is you kind of did the sum formula using multiple sheets, plus you did that payment formula as well. So you should be able to save it and then re-upload this to SimNet and see how you do.